Hello, and welcome to Adapted Physical Education, Georgia Department of Education Community Webinar. My name is Julie Evans. I am an adapted physical education teacher, Special Olympics coordinator, UGA part-time instructor. I teach for Clark County Schools in Athens, Georgia, and I'm an itinerant teacher where I travel between K through 12 schools daily. In this webinar, we are going to discuss in more detail some classroom management. Adapted PE supports span not only cognitive and physical needs, but also emotional and behavioral. And adapted PE looks just like PE, but with intentional planning to grouping, activities, equipment used, rules to the game, and deliberate discussion on how students work as a team. If I can tell you one thing about classroom management that I have found in my years of teaching, it is to pre-plan everything. When I start my classes, some of the ways that I begin classes, every building is different depending on the needs of the children or the students. As pictured, I use name cards where I spread them out every day in a different order. And part of the warm-up activity is each student has to find their own name card. Other buildings, I have X's on the floor. I may have cones scattered out. We may be in groups by a cone color, or we may be lined up in ABC order. Personalized task sheets for individual students in each class. Again, it depends on the building and what each student needs, but here are some examples. For one of my students, she needs lots of reinforcement that she can do APE and what is expected. She carries this card around that shows what her schedule is for the day for adapted PE, so she walks laps. And then her reward is always the trike, so she rides the bike until the timer beeps. Right now, we're currently at 5 minutes that she gets to ride the bike, and our goal is to work to where, that's down to like 2 minutes or maybe even 1. Then she gets off the bike and does stretches. When she works for ninjas, which are these little black characters. When she has 5 ninjas for working after stretches, then she gets to ride the bike. Again, for the same amount of time, when the timer beeps, she gets off the bike. She has to work for 10 more ninjas. Then she gets to ride the bike again. And at the end of PE, they walk to lunch. For some of my other students, we have a PE schedule. So they earn free time, and then they do their exercises. Then they can earn more free time. This student actually has check marks that they get to earn their free time. Some students need a visual of what the stretching routine is. This specific student on the left, she does her stretching routine independently without the group. So she does it just with her one-to-one staff person. And this gives her a reminder of what the stretches are. Another task sheet for other students, they just have a visual that's on the right that shows what our warm-up is, and they have a dry erase marker that they use to check off each one of the activities as we go through. Some of my students also have individualized token boards. This is the same student as on the previous slide, where she is earning her 10 ninja tokens so that she can earn the bike. Again, this is just a laminated board that has Velcro on it, and then it's on a lanyard that she carries with her during the PE class. On the flip side of this token board are pictures of the ninja that she can earn. Once she earns her 10 tokens of a ninja, then she gets to earn her bike for the allotted amount of time. And then to earn ninjas, she has to Keep a quiet mouth. Staying in the area, keeping her hands to herself, and completing work that's assigned. That's how she earns her 10 ninjas. Other students for token boards and token rewards. I have a student who is working for the use of a ball. So when he earns 10 of the ball tokens, then he gets to use the ball for, again, right now we're at about 6 minutes of him having free time, and then he comes back to the activity until he earns 10 more tokens. And then he gets 6 minutes again with the ball. Some of my other students are working for small laminated bills, dollar bills, that they turn in then to the school store to buy reward items. And some of my other students use poker chips, just the plastic poker chips. When they're caught doing something good, these they again turn into their school store for positive behavior incentive token points so that they can earn rewards in the PBIS store. Other students have behavior check sheets. On this one, PE or adaptive PE is the first class for this student of the day. So every day it is his responsibility to pull one of these sheets out of the folder for his school. I put the date on and initial, and then we discuss what his scale is for behavior, choices, achievement, and ownership. And we mark the score together, and then he takes it to his next class. There are also social stories for some of my students. These are, again, another way to explain behavior expectations. This student knows where this folder is at all times, and in the classroom prior to coming to adaptive PE, he and one of the staff or the teacher have a discussion of what earning an A in APE looks like and how he can continue to earn the rewards and the things he needs to do if he gets frustrated. Some of my students need first then boards and what they are working for. So I have a binder clip that has all of these tokens or board maker symbols, and we put it on this laminated board of what activities they're doing first, and then what they're doing, and then what they're working for, and the student works for stars. And other students need a social story of what is going to happen in adaptive PE prior to coming to the gym, and they get to place where they're going at the top and what we're going to be doing, so they find the correct board maker symbols to put in those two spots, and then they read through what the expectation is for PE class. Other students need a sign that says I need a break please, and also what they choose to do for their break. This specific student has the visual schedule on one side, and then this is on the other side. So when he's working, he knows what is coming up next, and then he can turn it over. It's on a lanyard, and he wears it on his neck that says he's on a break, and he picks which symbol he is going to use as his break. So everyone in the class knows that he has earned his break and what he's supposed to be doing for that break so that he can stay on task and not get distracted. One of the other visual schedules or task sheets that I set out depending on which building I'm in. I really like this grid of like the 2-hand strike, 1-hand, 4-hand strike, dribble, and catching, just so they know what to do and the pictures to go along with what the expectation is for that specific station. or skills. And these are more ready to work picture schedules of what the warm up is and what we are doing for the day. Some students can do 2 activities and then they earn a prize. Others just need a visual reminder of where, what the schedule is for the day. So we're going to walk laps, line up, do exercises, sit-ups, push-ups, run, and then we work for our activity and then line up again at the end. And last but not least, these are expectations for what the student expectations for adapted PE for one of my buildings. This is updated with the student's name, and then each one of the colored boxes to the right of the initials is which staff person is going to be working with them for the day. And then I also write out what the expectation is for each one of the student participation, for student participation on the right. And I copy this, laminate it, share it with all the teachers and staff, and then I also have a copy of it on my bag that I bring into Adapted PE every day. Some supplemental AP objectives, some things that we're constantly working on. Again, I have these printed and posted so that not only teachers and staff, but we can have discussions with students about what we are working on in each Adapted PE class. More supplemental objectives. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me and send me a like on the Georgia DOE Communities Adapted PE group. Thanks and have a great day.